Oseo, everyone. How y'all doing today? I am Crow, your entertainer for this broadcast, and welcome to my stream. This is the my community mod showcase, and where in this I show you how to manually install mods and basically give my opinion on them after I do maybe like a 30-minute, sometimes an hour showcase, often resulting in gameplay of the that mod. I show you some of the features of it. What can I say? If you want to, usually these mods have been requested by you, the community, but of the past few times, it's just been me because I think I've ran through the list itself. So if you want to request a mod, there's only 3 things I need from you: the name of the mod, the name of the game, and where I can find the mod. That's all I need. And you can just throw it into the comment of the video. You can throw it into the chat while I'm live, which is I try to stream every single day, barring some sort of accident. Not accident, but every barring any migraines, any unforeseeable events, anytime the Lord tells me you're not streaming today, Crow. But yeah, I try to stream every single day between 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, that's United States Eastern Standard Time, and right around whenever I feel the mod I'm showcasing and I'm helping you to install manually, I feel I've given it enough time. Sometimes that's an hour, sometimes it often goes until 2 hours because of the install process. Takes up a good chunk of time. But sometimes it's gone on to 3 hours, but usually it's between 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, U.S. Eastern Standard Time, and all the way over until 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, U.S. Eastern Standard Time. So, yeah, there's a third way you can get in to submit mods to me, and is join my Discord and go to the mod suggestion, a sub forum, and just let me know, hey, can you check out this mod? I just need the name of the mod, the name of the game you want me to showcase, and where I can find the mod. The mod. Thing is, my Discord's a bit not safe for work, so you've been warned. So, anyways, what are we showcasing today? And will I throw myself into the void like I usually have? Excuse me, folks. I didn't wake up until like an hour or so ago. Yeah, seasonal depression sucks. So, anyways, to answer the question of what am I helping you install manually today is... Hey, I didn't throw myself into the void. It's claim vehicles for Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, I'm still on a Cyberpunk kick. What can I say? I still haven't finished Phantom Liberty. Don't know if I ever will. I find this mod is very useful when there comes a vehicle I want and I don't want to pay for it in game. So the title of this mod is Claim Vehicles. It was last day updated January 4th, 2024. It was originally uploaded August 20th of 2022. So it's been up for a few years on Nexus Mods. That is where you can actually get the version I'm using on a nexusmods.com. So about this So in the blurb about this mod, keep the vehicles you steal, sort of. For its requirements, it requires Archive XL, mod settings, a red script, and tweak XL. That's all it requires. So if you have those already installed, you're good to go. However, I'm going to, for the sake of being thorough, I'm going to show y'all how to install every single one of these because it is a requirement of this mod. So, further down in the descriptions, background. Around the mid 2000, crime in Night City had developed to near unmanageable levels. A series of citywide ordinances were issued to crack down on the problem. Among them, the Legal Appropriations and Impound Ordinance of 2055 made it legal for law enforcement officers to appropriate on the spot, claim any vehicle suspected to be linked to a crime, along with other ordinances turning mere civilian offenses into criminal activity. The claims ordinance allowed the NCPD to commandeer any vehicle they felt like at any given time. Sounds correct for NCPD, in my opinion, don't you think? The in-claim system, Night City Legal Appropriations and Impound Management System, simplifies the process by transferring the unique ID of the vehicle to a growing fleet managed by the NCPD and allowing officers to call on a vehicle of a certain type when and where they need them. As a side effect of getting access to the NCPD database, V can now tap into in-claims to record stolen vehicles and summon them or the close match when needed. This is important because when you're using this mod, you will notice the vehicles you claim may not be the same color as the ones you summon. Features. The mod is now aware of most in-game vehicles and is no longer limited to player-owned vehicles only. This means around about 540 vehicles are now recognized as potential targets for adding to your garage on top of the vehicles you can get from quests or purchases. Stealing a vehicle through force, engineering, or technical skills will enable the matching model in the player's owned vehicles and make the model available from the player's garage. The mod is disabled until V receives Victor's enhancement and activates the car hack perk. So, you will not be able to use this mod until 1. You actually visit Vic to basically get your coprocessor installed in your hand and basically get your armor installed right when you basically get done with the job, with the gig called the job for Wakako. Basically your first job when starting the game. And you will not be able to use this mod unless you invest into the car hack perk. V can use quick hacks to claim or remove vehicles from the garage. This is important. And also, I have found the best way to just claim vehicles. The mod supports multiple vehicle summon mods. See below. It actually does. CET, Cyber Engine Tweaks, is not required, but if you have it, you can use the console to check on the claim system and see why it doesn't work. There you go if you want to debug it. Why do this? Simply to make vehicles accessible much earlier than they were intended, and to unlock vehicles non-originally available to the player, such as, say, the Merrimack. There's this one that you can't get that kind of looks like the Galena. There's also like the big trucks that go around. For example, you have to complete all of Dakota's jobs to get the Mackinac Seguro as a reward. Or with this mod, you have to find the one model sitting pretty in an empty camp north of the abandoned airfield and keep it even if you don't have one. If you didn't, I need a drink. Give me a minute, folks. Let's see. Find it pretty much in camp north of the abandoned airfield and keep it even if you haven't done anything for Dakota yet. How it works. You need two things to enable this mod. You need to have completed the first visit with Vic. Actually, you need three things, but you need to have acquired the car hack perk under intelligence. And I will add on the third, you need a cyber deck installed. And actually a fourth, you need a cyber deck that is upgraded to the point where it allows you to control vehicles. Assuming the vehicle you are trying to get is recognized by the mod, you'll get to add the vehicle to your garage if you hijack the vehicle by force while the drive is on board. 100% of success. Not necessarily, but that is if you manage to successfully hijack it. Or you break into the locked car using your engineering skill. 100% chance of success. Again, this 100% chance, we'll get into it when we actually get into the gameplay portion of the mod. Or you use the remote control hack by scanning the vehicle. 100% chance of success. Again, that 100% chance of success is iffy and entirely malleable. Technical, intelligent, and cool tracks each, well, it should be attribute trees, not tracks, because that kind of throws everything off. Each have a low, medium, and high perk that give you a small, medium, high chance of keeping a vehicle as you leave it. That's malleable too. You'll understand what I mean by malleable once we get into the gameplay section. This is for vehicles that are on the streets and unlocked. Low perks, 20% chance of successfully claim by default. Technical, gearhead. Intelligence, car hacker. Cool, road warrior. Medium perks, 50% chance of successfully claiming by default. In the technical tree, you have a driver update. In the intelligence tree, you have system overwhelm. And in the cool tree, you have the sleight of hand. For high perks, you have 100% chance of success. A successful claim by default. Again, this can be the successful chances entirely controlled. For the technical attribute perk, you need Edge Runner. For intelligence, you need the perk as Smart Synergy. And for cool, you need Style over Substance. The percent chance of success if you are using your perks can be edited in the script itself, like under the reset function. Hijacking by force or breaking into the locked car do not require a perk to be activated. The perks are additive. You can increase your chance by enabling more than one perk. Give me my neck's got a knot in it. Slept wrong apparently. If you want to pick and choose which vehicles you want to allow for stealing, you can edit or simply remove any of the files under R6, tweaks, claim vehicles folder. We're not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it alone. If you don't want to use perks except for car hacker, which is still needed, all you have to do is set the chance to claim on exit to the value other than 0. We're not going to mess with the files. We're going to be messing with all this in-game. Remove vehicles from the vehicle list garage. There's a few ways you can do this if you have another mod installed. But we'll get to that when we get to that. As of version 2023-11-03, you can remove a vehicle from your list by using the emergency brake quick hack. The pre 2.0 version of the mod allows you to remove a vehicle from the menu using the left key. That is not working anymore as of 2.0.2. Yes, they did put not right there. That wasn't me misspeaking. The mod author is looking into a fix, but in the meantime, the quick hack will have to do. They highly recommend using a virtual car dealer mod to better manage your personal fleet. Right there. Virtual car dealer is another way you can actually get to manage your list of cars, such as selling the ones you do not want any longer, that you have use the in-claim systems to claim and just get some money with. I've actually shown how it works in some of my previous showcases and some of my gameplay streams. By the way, this is not alcohol. This is not beer. This is root beer. A&W root beer, 0 sugar, otherwise known as Diet A&W root beer. It's a soda. Warm at that, which I don't mind warm soda. Just make sure to install at least one of the vehicle shops listed under the requirements, like the vehicle pack basic shop. They will give you access to the sell button, which allows you to sell any vehicle you own. As I was saying, we will get into this because I really enjoy how claim vehicles, the synergy between claim vehicles and virtual car dealer works. I just really enjoy it. Okay, so garage summon modes as of 2024-01-03, the mod supports multiple modes for summoning your vehicle. Yes, I was actually testing this out earlier, and I noticed there's a difference. Normal default behavior, your current list of vehicles. Last, your garage menu will only include the last vehicles you claimed. Random, your garage menu will only include a random vehicle from the history of claimed vehicles. Delamain, your garage will only show a Delamain model. It will be empty if you didn't complete the Delamain gigs. Favorites vehicles only. Placeholder not the apparently it's not currently working. All vehicles in claim history, including those you removed or sold. The mod author added this option in case you sell a vehicle by accident, but it is also an obvious way to make infinite money. Yes. To activate a mode, you will need to enter and exit a vehicle after changing the mode in the menu. I did not know that. If you are using Virtual Car Dealer, make sure to set the garage mode to normal before selling a vehicle, or your car dealer menu will only show whatever is allowed by the current mode you are selecting. Curious. So if you only do, say, like just last, and you just want to sell that one, you could just go to last and go to the virtual car dealer site. Interesting. Known issues: some vehicles will have to be unlocked using the console if you want to access them. Some vehicles can be claimed but are not added to the garage by the game engine for some reason. If you use AMM or CET to unlock a vehicle that the player cannot interact with, the vehicle will be saved to your garage, but it will come back with the locked doors when you summon it. The mod author's looking into the solution for this. Let's go back up. Deep Blue Frog, if you're watching this like right now, I have a request, which probably a lot of mod authors do. Is there any way, like when you get into the Basilisk during the Pan Am's quest, that you can actually, the claim system can actually put that into your vehicle call log? Cause come on, we've been wanting the Basilisk ever since we actually originally rode in it. So just to be able to get the Basilisk again and just summon it whenever we want. Come on. Yeah, but have the claims a system activate on the Basilisk. I haven't tried that yet, which we may actually try it. Okay. Summoning a vehicle will not bring you the exact vehicle you claimed. As explained earlier up here in the lore, it will bring you the model, but not the exact color, which kind of sucks, but oh well. The mod currently unlocks known player vehicles in the same way that Sell Stolen Cars mod, which is a good mod, by the way. If you already have vehicles in your garage, the mod will detect you already own them. It will not add variants to your list. So basically, it will just duplicate that car. For now, if you want to use a specific color or variant for your car, they highly recommend the vehicle customizer, Stolen Car Vehicle Edition. Oh, excuse me, root beer burps. To pick the model you want. Some varieties of vehicle are not yet supported. My throat's starting to get wonky. So y'all can go through all this. So the installation method, I'll be showing you. But most importantly, this mod is currently not compatible with Let There Be Flight and the vehicle combat mod. That is important, which I don't use those two mods anyway, so Anyways, with all that over with, let's get to the download section, shall we? To begin downloading, we need to download Archive Excel. Now you can just go ahead and click on this and it'll take you to the page. I'm not going to do that. I am going to open this up in a new tab. You can open up in a new window, do whatever. Just go to Archive Excel. I'm opening up in a new tab. Now, we want to download this. You can take your time, pause the video, and read what this is about. But most importantly, I'm just going to check out what the requirements for this mod are. It requires Red 4X or Red 4 text. And this does not say these require Red 4 text for the claim vehicles. So we need to download Red 4 text, which I am going to open up in a new tab. And here we are in Red 4 text. So check requirements. Feel free. It does not require anything. Feel free to read the basically documentation on the descriptions tab, the description section. That's up to you. You could just follow along follow along with me. Go into the files section right here. For you mod manager users, click on mod manager download. But we are downloading, installing this manually. So click on manual download. Now you'll be asked where to download this. Download this to wherever you're going to remember downloading this to. For me, that would be in the download section. Click on save once you get to where you're going to download it. I'm going to close out that pop-up, and I am going to close out this tab. I am now going to minimize my browser because I'm going to be coming back to these. I'm going to minimize my browser, and I am going to go over and open up Windows Explorer because I need to go to my downloads. For y'all that downloaded it to the desktop, y'all could just open it from the desktop. If you don't know how to get to Windows Explorer, come up to Start. Usually, you've got this PC somewhere on in here. If you're using Windows 10, it's kind of like right here, or you may actually have to come over here and scroll through all these folders and apps, the executables, and come down to this folder titled Windows Systems. Come down, and it's right here where this PC is. However, if you don't know even that, or you're too lazy, you could just type in this PC just automatically with the just coming up over here with the clicking on the start menu and type in this PC, and right here you want to click on this right here and pop, this comes up. Now navigate to wherever you downloaded that archive, that file. For me, it's in the download section. See, it's right here. It's Red 4X or Red 4 text or Red text, however you want to name it. Now, a lot of instructions will say to create a file folder and copy all this into it. I say don't. Why do I say that? I say that because that will just add more data to your hard drive. That will be taking up space, which your hard drive's probably already has enough space on it that you're probably already worrying about how much space is already on it, and you're already thinking about cleaning it up, or you just probably don't want to mess with the extra files, which you will having to deal with later on down the road, and you're going to be kicking your past self saying, why did I do that? So for me, I just want to open this. I could open it in a new window if I desired, but I'm not that way. You may be that way. I'm not. For me, I'm just going to enter into it by opening in this. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to right click. I'm a right-handed person, so I'm going to right click with my mouse. For you lefties, that's left click on a touchpad. I have no idea how you do that. So that I'm going to come over here and I'm going to open. We're going to see two file folders called bin and red4x or red4text, or I'm just going to keep calling it red4text. We see two file folders called bin and red4text. Where do these go? These go in the Cyberpunk 2077 game folder. But how do we get there, you say? Or you ask? Well, we need to open up the game launcher that we primarily play, or what we purchase Cyberpunk 2077 from. For us, it is Steam. So we need to open up Steam. I just opened up Steam. Now, the quickest way to get to the game folder using Steam is come over here to the gear icon. It's next to the info icon. Come over here, click on the gear icon, come down to manage, come over, and come to browse local files. Click on that. Now I'm going to close out Steam, or well, it'll minimize itself to the taskbar. And now we see a new file folder has appeared, a new window has appeared, and it says right here, Cyberpunk. You can see right up here, Cyberpunk. And I'll even maximize this for you. As you can see, it's got archive, bin, engine, mod, R6, R4text, tools. Down here, it's got red pre-launcher. This may look a little bit different than yours, but that is okay. This one's slightly modded. This is the one I use to showcase my mods. If you're not using Steam but GOG, you're probably wondering, well, how do I get to my game folder since I am using GOG and not Steam? I'll show you. You probably already have GOG launched, but if you don't, launch it. And GOG is launched. Come up here to this icon with the that kind of has like this sliding pips. Click on it. Come down to manage. Come over and click on show folder. And I'm going, as you can see, a new window have popped up. And it is actually Cyberpunk. This is the GOG game folder. As you can see, it is kind of different. I'm going to close out the GOG launcher, and I'm going to actually bring up the Steam Cyberpunk game folder. Here, let's put these side by side. It wasn't going to do what I wanted to do. So I'm going to arrange these side by side to show you there is a little bit of a difference, even between my GOG and Steam game. Hiya! As you can see, for my GOG, it is different than my Steam folder, than my Steam game. This is okay. Even on my system, my game folders are different. Yours is probably a whole lot different than mine. My GOG one is my personal game one that I mod for myself and that I dedicate to my game streams. So, as you see, but now I am going to do this, then this, and now I am going to bring back up the red for text window. I just did that to show you that it's okay if mine doesn't look like yours and yours doesn't look like mine, because both my Cyberpunk games don't look like anything like each other. So, anyways, back to the main task at hand. How do we get the red for text file folders into the Cyberpunk 2077 game folder? And this goes for the GOG version, the Steam version, and the Epic version. I'm not going to be getting Epic version today because it's just not on a good enough discount. Sorry. Not even with Phantom Liberty. Along with the Phantom Liberty DLC, it's not on a good enough discount. So, we want to highlight both of these. You could actually just do it one by one, but just do it one by one. Drag and drop into your Cyberpunk game folder, also known as the Cyberpunk root dictionary. You could just drag it one by one, or you could click on it, shift click. But I just like to highlight both of them and drag and drop. For me, and possibly you will get this pop-up window asking you if you want to replace these files. I am going to say yes, because I am either updating these files, or like right now, I'm just doing this to show you that you can actually do this and do it safely. So yes, I do want to replace. And I am doing this in the knowledge that, yes, I do know that these are basically the same files as I already had installed, and they will not cause any problems. So, now what do we do? I am going to go back to the downloads folder, and I am going to bring up my browser. Now, I am going to download ArchiveXL. And I'm going to click on manual download. You mod manager users, go ahead and click on a mod manager download. And with the save window popping up, I'm going to save it into the same place I save everything. That, for me, that's the downloads folder, because that's where I remember downloading it to. So I'm going to click save. I'm going to close out this pop-up, and I'm going to close out this tab. And I'm going to minimize the browser. Now, odd thing is, our download's not showing up here. For you desktop users, you may be having the same issue, you may not. All you have to do is bring up this menu here. I like calling it the context menu, because the context of its contents changes depending on what you're hovering over. So what we want to do is click on refresh right here. It's under view and all, a group. We just want to click on refresh. And voila, we've got ArchiveXL. Now I am going to enter into it by just clicking, bringing up the context menu and clicking open. Now we repeat the same process as we did with red for text by highlighting, dragging and dropping these two file folders, R6 and red for text, into Cyberpunk 2077. This is asking us to, for me, asking me to replace the file destinations. You may not be getting this if this is your first time downloading and installing ArchiveXL. However, for me, I am being asked this. If you're unsure about this, just come up here and hit the X. Just no. But for me, I am sure I want to replace these. So I'm going to hit replace. because I know these are just replacing the file, are replacing the archive, like the archive xl.reds scripts and everything. So now I'm going to go back to my downloads. I'm going to bring back up my launcher. And now I'm going to go over and I'm going to open up the mod settings in a new tab. You could just like go click right onto it and it'll bring you to it without opening up a new window or anything. I don't do that. As you can see, I like my tabs. So I'm going to open this up in a new tab. And what does mod settings require? It requires Archive XL, and it has been required since a 0.2.0. It requires Red for text, and it requires Red script. And going back over to claim vehicles. Claim vehicles requires Red script. So we do not at this moment need to install anything for mod settings. So we can minimize requirement. Well, actually, what else does it require? It does not require anything because below this we see mods requiring this file, which means the mods down here, all this and on further, require mod settings to function. You can just read this, the installation process, but I am walking you through the installation process. So, just click on Files. And for you Mod Manager users, just click on Mod Manager Download. Well, but we are installing this manually, so click on Manual Download. And it is reminding us to download these mods because mod settings requires it. Ignore it. Just click on this button up here that says download. Save to wherever you'll remember using it, wherever you remember saving it to once this window appears. You can even rename it to whatever you want, but I'm not. And here's a little handy trick. If you've got a pop-up window if you set your browser to a pop-up window where it'll tell you that your download's done and it'll show you it, you can just click on your pop-up download, and if it does this, it opens up the mod, and you don't have to actually just go back to wherever you downloaded it from and just like do the rigmarole of refresh, enter into the mod, and do that. You don't got to do that. That's just my method. You could actually just go to your downloads and open it directly from your browser, but I don't do that. That's not my method. Because as you see right here, I screwed myself up. Yeah, I closed out one thinking it was the other, and now I have to launch these again. So I'm going to go to this PC, downloads, do that. I'm going to minimize that. I need to bring up Steam, go to Gear, Manage, Browse Local Files. Just basically close out Steam, bring that down, bring back up my downloads section, downloads folder, and I'm going to open up the mods setting zip archive we just downloaded. And just repeat the drag and drop process for the files contained in here. Just drag and drop into the mod folder, the game folder. And that's all. That's basically how you manually install. Just drag and drop, drag and drop. So I'm going to go back to downloads. Go back to my browser, close out this blurb, close out this blurb. Now to RedScript. I am going to open it up in a new tab. I'm going to check the requirements. This mod does not have any known dependencies, requirements, other than the base game. That's good. If you're following along, you can take this time to pause the video and just read through here. Be a little adventurous. But for us, click on Files. For y'all Mod Manager users, click on Mod Manager Download. For us, manual installers, click on Manual Download. And it's going to ask us where we want to save it. Save it to wherever you'll remember it. For me, it's Downloads folder. So I'm going to close out this pop-up. I'm going to close out this tab. I'm going to minimize the window. And I'm going to bring up the context menu. And I'm going to refresh. RedScript is here in the Downloads folder. Remember, I went back after opening and moving everything from mod settings into the game folder. We're going to do the same thing with RedScript. Open, not extract. That's just going to add more files to your hard drive you're going to have to deal with later on. So we're going to highlight both the files of Engine, file folders of Engine, and R6 and their contents, and drag and drop into Cyberpunk 2077's game folder. It's asking me, maybe you too, if we're sure we want to overwrite these. I myself am sure, because I'm possibly updating. If not, then I am just replacing the current files with the same edition, with the same version files, which I don't see any problems with. I haven't had any problems so far. That may be a bad idea for my tummy later on. So I am going to go back to my downloads, and I'm going to go back to my browser. That was actually, I'm going to bring back up downloads. Yes, that was RedScript. So I'm going to open up Tweak Excel. Feel free to read all this if you want. I'm most interested in the requirements, and it requires Red4 text. I wish that crinkle in my neck would go away. Excuse me. Root beer. So in the files section, where we find almost always the downloads, not necessarily, it'll sometimes direct you to go to this side, or you need it on this other page in a different section of the Nexus. It's kind of like with Mod Organizer too. It'll take you to like the Skyrim version, which is on Skyrim. But anyways, I digress. For Mod Organizer users, for a Vortex users, just click on Mod Manager Download. But for our purposes, since we're manually installing this, click on Manual Download. You'll get a little warning announcement thing that a Red4 text is required for this mod. Disregard it. Why? You've already installed it. Excuse me. So just click on the button up here that says download and save it to wherever you remember it, or wherever you won't remember it. I don't care. I'm not your mom or dad. I'm not your caretaker. I'm not your guardian. Anyways, for me, I saved it to downloads. Where is it? All I need to do to find out is click on refresh. Ah, there it is. So I just want to hit open. I want to highlight all these, and what do we do with these now, huh? It's been 20 odd episodes of the community mod series of showing y'all how to manually install these. Come on, tell me. How do I manually install these? That's right. You got it. You smart little oh, no, I don't really know what to do. I'd say cat, but oh, smart little fox. Yeah. Foxes are one of my favorite animal species. You deserve our coffee and a cookie. You drop these into the Cyberpunk 2077 game folder. Just do this and this. It's asking me if I want to replace these. I say yes. Because either I'm upgrading or just replacing with the current version, or maybe I've backdated my game and I'm replacing the files with an older version. Because it is possible with at least a Steam to play an older version of the game, and you're just using an older version of TweakXL to go along with your older version of the game. I'm just here to show you how to manually install these things. So anyways, going back to the download section, we go back to the mod pages on your browser. I'm going to close out TweakXL. And now we get to claim vehicles. We want to go to the file section. And here we only see one file in the main file section, and we see in a few files under the old file section. Disregard the old files. These are out of date as the mod author is concerned. So, you Mod Manager users, click on Mod Manager Download. For us manual installers, click on Manual Download. Now it's telling us this mod requires these mods right here: ArchiveXL, Mod Settings, RedScript, and TweakXL. As far as I can remember, despite my memory being like Liquid Mercury and a metal colander, and Liquid Mercury has a habit of eating through metal at a surprising rate at that. As far as I can remember, we have downloaded all these mods and their prerequisites. So what we want to do is disregard this, because we have already done what is required of us, and click on download. It is asking, our save window is asking us where to save this to. Save it to wherever you want to. I'm not your boss. I'm just here to be an instructor. So just click on save once you got to your place, and you can even rename it to whatever you want. I'm not renaming it, so just click save. I am going to exit this pop-up, but I am not going to exit the tab. We may be referring back to this page later on. I am not closing out my browser. I'm not closing out the window. I am going to keep this up because we may be coming back to this to deal with some bugs or to try to troubleshoot some things if we encounter any trouble when we go to try to launch the game. So we want to minimize our browser. And if you had to minimize your Windows you were working with, you want to bring those back up. For me, I do not see it. See my recently downloaded archive, so I'm just going to have to refresh. This seems to, as you can see, this is a different file. This is a zip, and this is a 7-zip. So we can't exactly go into it. We actually have to open it. but the process is the same. We just click open, and it opens in an entirely different window. And its file structure is a little bit different. We don't see like .archive, we don't see bin, we don't see engine R6, read for text automatically. We see claim vehicles, a folder titled claim vehicles. Don't panic, don't worry. What we want to do is open or go into the folder named claim vehicles. Within, we see a file folder called R6. What we want to do is highlight that file folder called R6 and drag and drop it into the Cyberpunk 2077 game folder. So just follow my lead. So we want to open up and go into the claim vehicles. We want to highlight R6, drag and drop it into the Cyberpunk 2077 game folder. And we should be good to go. I'm going to close out the 7-zip file we just downloaded. I'm going to minimize Windows Explorer because we may be coming back to those. And I'm going to launch Steam. For you GOG users, go ahead and launch GOG. Now, I'm going to click on play. Another launcher should pop up here in a few moments. And it did. This is called the Red Launcher. This is CDPR, CD Projekt Red's personal game launcher thing that they use to basically make sure you own the game, and how they get information to you if you are using this is through Steam, so through GOG they don't use this. They basically already own GOG, so you don't get this. Anyways, for our Steam users, we just click on play. Red mod, this is part of Red mod. Red mod will import our mods into the game, and we should be good to go if everything we installed is going imported correctly. I am going to skip the intro video because it can be annoying. So now this menu may have changed for you. Some of y'all may not have the Phantom Liberty DLC. Just ignore this. What's most important is we now have a option that says mod settings. I say click on it. As you see right now over here on the left, we have something called in-claims. Remember, in-claims is the system by which the mod, lore-wise, uses to allow V to commandeer vehicles. And here we have the mods, basically background and everything. You can modify what the mod does. And here are basically the summon methods: normal, last vehicle, random vehicle, Delamain, your favorite vehicles, all vehicles, normal. I'm going to keep it on normal. Here you can toggle the mod on and off if you want. This is the chance of stealing a vehicle. You can set it to 100%, 50%, 10%, 90%. I keep it at 100%. Here's chances of successfully claiming a vehicle, of claiming ownership, stealing a vehicle, on exiting a vehicle. I have it set to 0, but you could have it set to 100, 75. For chances to steal a vehicle with the low perks, which was, I am going to do this. I'm going to close that out, which were, what were the low perks? For a gearhead, a car hacker, and road warrior. Remember, these say at 20% chance of successfully being claimed. It is currently these are currently set at 20. Congratulations. We just now moved it up to where we can claim them at 100%. For the medium perks, required to claim a vehicle for that are set at 50%. Remember what those are? They are driver update, system overhaul, and sleight of hand. You know they're set at 50%. You can manipulate it to be set at 100%. And for the high level perks, like the top tier ones, which one were those again? Those were Edge Runner, Smart Synergy, Style over Substance, and they're basically 100% guarantee that you'll get the vehicle that you want. Nope. There is no chance you will, because we just set it down to 0 or 30%, 65%. There is a 95% chance you'll get it. There's 5% chance you'll fail, but there's a 100% chance. Now, this is a new one that was recently added. Chance of crime report on fail. And chance of crime report on success. These are new features that's been added. There is a chance now that a NCPD will be alerted whenever you fail at claiming a vehicle. Yes, you can fail at claiming a vehicle you get that you want, and you can adjust the chance at failure and success. This mod comes naturally at 80% chance of NCPD being alerted of V getting a 1-star wanted level on a failed hijack. On a successful claim on a successful hijack, the mod naturally has set a 20% chance of the vehicle alerting NCPD that V has hijacked it, and V getting a 1-star bounty on her. Now, you can also get a display warning notifications that the vehicle is hacked successfully, and you can display test messages. You can just turn these off if you want. I tend just to keep them on. And you could just reset defaults. If you just want to do here, 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 let's just put it all the way up. Let's go default. And it just sets it all back to defaults. So for right now, we're going to do it with the default. I am going to load up a game. No, excuse me. And I am going to go to down on the street. One I have been messing around with.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Info Flash. Say, did y'all lose power yesterday, too? Yeah, when the lights went out, there I was cooking dinner. Oh, well, if we're getting specific, I was...
First off, let us check the computer. As you can see, I have Car Dealer installed. And as you can see, I still have that DocWorks pack installed. For whatever reason, I have not cleared my game yet, like I should have, but we will be able to sell some vehicles and make a quick buck. For those curious, I am in the Glen apartment. It's one of my favorites. Actually, it is my favorite.
Adam will deal with it. What? No, it's fine. Just forgot my pills.
Now, we see a variety of vehicles right here. So, with the Cyber deck installed, automatically, actually, let's go to, on this character, we're level 60. You may recognize her because she is one from a previous stream, a previous mod, a showcase where we tried to do the the metal head cap. But on this character, she is all level 20 statted. She has all reflex skills. He has all body skills. He has almost all intelligence skills. I refuse to get the overclock skill because it interferes with my horn, and I keep hitting it by accident. He has all cool skills, all cool perks. He has all the technical skills except for ticking time bomb, which I refuse to get because it's uncontrollable. He basically has everything. On top of that, her cyberware is a Raven Micro Cyber 3.5 at a tier 5 plus, which is important because at tier 4 it allows you, well, actually, see, tier 2. At tier 3, as you can see, it allows you to take control of vehicles, which is important here because if we just take control, as you can see right there, we just got a notification: in-claim match found in criminal asset forfeit database. That is just this is ours now. This Colby station wagon is ours. And if we want this, take control. But as you see, we just got a bounty on us. So, just because we took control, there was a chance, but it was a successful control. So we need to leave. We need to leave.
What's up?
Shit. Somebody shot her. Somebody went boom out there. And as you wonder what's going on down there. Don't they see I'm in a police uniform? Now, y'all just saw that even though I successfully claimed the vehicle, I got a bounty for it. And the cops, right on me. Now, I don't particularly want those vehicles. What do? This is where the synergy between claim vehicles and vehicle car dealer comes in real handy. We come over to our computer, or any computer that shows a car dealer. We come over, we click on car dealer, we go down to sell. And as you can see, it shows us the list of all the vehicles we currently have in our fleet. And there are two I don't want. I do not want the Colby, so I'm going to sell it for, is that 10,000? After like the first 2-3 zeros, I get confused. So I'm just going to sell the Colby, because I do not want it. And I think the other one is the Sports R7 540, because it does not look familiar. So I'm just going to sell that, and I'm going to leave my computer. And voila! 20,000 eddies. Just like that. And I didn't really have to go anywhere from my apartment to do it. Now you're probably asking, well, I don't live at the Glen. How can I get any cash, huh? I'm just like starting out at the heist. Well, I'll save this. I'll load up a loading. Actually, let's.
I know! It's awesome, right? Let's watch.
I'll load. It'll take a little minute here. Loading. But you probably install this maybe shortly after the heist. Maybe right around down on the street. Not down. Yeah, let's go to this one. And you're strapped for cash. Your Delamain, spoilers here, the Delamain has just wrecked your baby Roach. Yes, I call the Hella Roach. Because it is Roach. It has a Roach sticker on it. So, okay, we're appropriately dressed. So, we want to go to the garage. Because there's usually a few cars there. Just gotta wait for the freight lift. Because these are actually more freight lifts than elevators.
Food and fresh water for 2 weeks. Fortunately, after their rescue and following a brief rest for
don't I really care? Actually, I kind of do. Because this is amazing technology.
Moving from below the Earth to above it, Militech has announced plans to establish a new colony on the Red Planet. The proposed base will be subdivided into 3 areas: industrial, scientific, and residential. 10 residential modules are already
now
purchased at a starting rate of 100.
We have a Delamain cab. And Cop don't care. We're going to get in to our baby here, our Hella ECD 1360, also aka Roach. So we're just going to get in.
What the hell happened?
Looks like everyone in this fucking town's out to end you. Makes me feel like an amateur. A hack.
Shut up. Gotta find out why Night City's most courteous has upgraded to hit and runs.
Probably couldn't stand you anymore either.
I said shut up.
Dude, I got pop-ups. The low rider rides a little higher. Well, apparently it's locked, so... Yeah, he really popped up my suspension. So, with that, our car's locked. We can't do anything. I may have a mod conflict. I don't know. I really don't... Well, actually, I do care. I want my hella back, but... Usually after this, we're not going to get our car back for some time. So, what do we do besides go get Jackie's bike? Well, we get a car. This requires a technical attribute of 4. This character has a technical attribute of 20. We look around, see if anybody's active. We break in. And voila! Ours. No cops. Of course we have these, but y'all won't have these. But we're not seeing this one in ours, are we? It was not a successful theft, because this is a hella ECD. Oops. We get back in. Like, you're probably asking, why are we not stealing this? Well, something's wrong. We did not set the stealing chance on exit to 100. So we enter. Or you could just... Question is, do we have... Ah, this is what I mentioned earlier. We cannot control vehicles because our cyberware is not of the appropriate level. What about our character? Ah, our carjacking is not of the appropriate level either. See, this is why we're not able to take control of the car. So if we go with a, give me a minute, folks. So if we go back into a mod settings and put this back down to 0, click apply. Put in the click on that. Now, what was the now as you see, this particular character, while the skills are all 100, she doesn't have any attributes. I mean, while her attributes are all basically at max level, she doesn't have any perks. Now, what were the minimal ones? Gearhead, Car Hacker, and Warrior. For technical, we need Gearhead, and the cool, we need Warrior. For technical, we need Gearhead. And cool, we need warrior. So, let us find another vehicle.
We begin now with your latest
This requires 6. Notice that other one required 5. This may be because this is a sports model and more noticeable. So, in claims, we did not get a bounty. And looking at our call log, we have the Xi'an MZ2. And we shall take this Xi'an and go get a bit more. Remember, we have this set at 20%. There's just a 20% chance that we will be able to clip these vehicles. Now notice, we did not claim this vehicle because we don't have the appropriate perks. If we come back in, nothing. But a crime has been reported that we tried to take it. Because we did not own it, in a sense. Are the cops going to come? I don't know. This hasn't happened before because this is a new feature. Now this is the Sports R7 540, which is a new car that has been added to the game since the 2.0 or the Phantom Liberty update. Okay, the bounty is going away. The wanted level is going away. Technical ability is 6 to enter. And
units in the area. Disorderly conduct reported in Watson.
we got a bounty.
On my way, dispatch.
Just for entering into it. It is a good thing we are in a parking garage. But did we get it? Yes, we did. We did not get that other Xi'an, though. Now remember, we can actually come into the mod settings and just put the crime report down to 0. And this Galena, I believe, is a for technical level number 3, which we can't get, which of course it's a Galena, but we get in.
All units in the area, order has been restored. All units instructed to return to patrol.
If you wanted a Galena, which these are pretty good cars despite being a Galena, we now have a Galena. Right there. So let us take the Galena up. Don't be afraid just to keep running out into it. Now, normally, you cannot own just a regular Ragnar, but this is a 5. Now, there is a 20% chance of us breaking into this thing and not being able to claim it. And congratulations, we now own this. And all we have to do is get in, basically plug ourselves in, get out to get it. A Thornton. A level 3. Basically a level 3 car. We now own basically a Thornton station wagon. And here is another 540. Level 6 to get into. Technical level 6. But we didn't get, but we weren't able to claim it. Now, if you're getting tired of not being able just to claim vehicles all the time, especially just with taking the low perk, just set it to 100. Or just set it to 100. You'll always be able to get it. And if you want it to a chance to claim on exit, just get it. Just set it all the way. I exited. Just set all these to 100. If you don't want any crime to be reported, set these two options down to 0. This mod is rather customizable. And at the chances you can be able to hijack a car, and the chances the NCPD will even notice you have a car. And as a matter of fact, you could just turn off the message that you actually get the car. Another Xi'an. Remember, I turned off the message because I know I'll be getting this car. Now, the message did not come up. Why didn't the message come up? I turned off the warning message. But if I turn it back on, will I get the message when I leave the car? No, I did not. But I actually own another Xi'an. How do I know? Well, actually, it won't do. The mod says it won't do duplicates, but hey, you could just keep doing this to get a model, go sell it. Now, I am going to get in this. What is it? The 540. Yeah, the 540. I'm going to go drive back down. Actually, it did say, what was it? Emergency brake to get rid of it. No, actually, let's get rid of the, let's get rid of 8 for that. Okay, let's get rid of this one. Yeah, and just emergency brake just gets rid of it. But we come back in. And getting out, we just claimed it. Our RAM has not regenerated. And it's just simple as that. You want a car? Just take it. Not in real life, though. Make sure you offer a legal fair compensation for it, and the other party agrees. See if you just want to. And right there, it says a removed model Xi'an. And to get it out, we got it again. we actually have a Shion in our fleet now. What if we still want this Hera? Get in it. And get out of it. We now own a Hera. Works for every vehicle. Which we shall find. Let us go find a specific vehicle that we typically cannot own. So...
Beep, beep, motherfucker!
It's a Voyager. I got an idea if they're still here.
This is a joke. A fucking joke. Sending a cop to a neighborhood like that a year before retirement.
A Cortez V6000 NCPD Overlord. Normally, you cannot own these.
Telling me, Lena's about to crack.
Now that ain't right.
All units in the area.
Adios, muchachos!
Suspicious activity. All units in the area. Disorderly conduct reported in Watson.
331 responding. On my way, dispatch. But only because I like you.
And we just clapped an NCPD cruiser.
Code 0. I repeat, Code 0 in this area.
Normally, you can't get a hold of these in game, but with claim vehicles, you can. And you, sir, normally you can't get a hold of these vehicles in game either, but with the strength vehicle, with the strength, you can, because you notice it was strength 6. Now I have one of my favorite vehicles. One of these trucks. You can just claim these. Now, I am going to really out of the way. You're the one that ran into me. Now I do this, and I'm going to go back to V's apartment. And I am going to sell the vehicles I just got, and maybe keep the ones I want to not sell. Not sell the ones I want to keep, or keep the ones I don't want to sell, or however you want to say it. And remember, this is just right after Takamura calls for you to meet him over at Tom's Diner. So sell, I want to sell the Colby, I want to sell the Overlord, I want to sell the Ragnar, I want to sell the Galena, I want to sell the Hera. Let's see, keep on scrolling down. I want to sell the Xion. I want to sell the 540. And I want to sell the Zaya, which is that truck we just got out of. And how much is that going to net us? 80,000. Barring the truck, and of course the Overlord, you could easily pay Vic off. Easily. And that's not counting the fact... Oops. That's easily not counting the fact our cyberdeck is incapable of currently remote quick hacking vehicles just to take them over and just remote adding them to our collection, to our fleet of vehicles we already own. Now, we could go in and upgrade this, in which, let's go see Vic. Do. Body heat. Strong growl.
Tiancha, kumquat for the soul.
Ew. Question, are you feeling kumquatty today?
When a phantom witch needs to work a little system error, or a body installed at your own risk.
Put that thing away. And congratulations, y'all. We just got another Overlord into our fleet. Give me a minute. Sorry about that. Elgato said I've been muted. Have I been muted? I need to know. I need to flap my gums and know that I know I have not been muted. Yeah, good enough. So, over 8,000 there at just at the V's parking garage. You come down here, go to Vic's, so we can just upgrade
Watch yourself.
our cyber deck, or just get a better cyber deck, whichever one you prefer. Hey, Vic!
Was thinking about swapping some chrome. Got any new toys?
Have a look.
Yeah. This is the one I haven't upgraded. Like since. There we go. Cyber deck. Apparently, I cannot upgrade because I do not have the materials. Oh well. Well, let's go up to Cassius and see if he's got a better cyber deck. And while doing so, maybe get a different vehicle. Hey, you. Ow.
Mis amigos te encontrarán.
I don't care if you've got... And the cops definitely saw that. But yeah, you will get a bounty if the cops actually see you take a car in their presence like that. Not auto fixer, Ripper Doc. Now we have a Quadra Type 66 in our fleet. Just gotta stay cool. Watch it. Budge!
Vehicle has been located. Details have been sent. All units in the area restored. All units instructed to return to patrol.
See, claiming a vehicle just right off the road is sometimes a lot easier said than done. It's less gone than 60 seconds than it is more of a Fast and Furious. Ooh, and it also works on bikes, too. I'm surprised this bike is still here after all this time, so we get on. No in claims. We get off. We now have a bike. Catches! You got a better one. No, you don't. My reputation's not that high, apparently.
You're listening to 98.7 Body Heat, Night City's hottest.
So, yeah, it works on cars. It works on... I wonder... Let's take the bike. And he never knew. It is ours now. We could have just peeled out and away. I got distracted by a car.
Militech titanium bones, our guy had. Come on! I'll be your friend. Move!
Fine, I'll get out. No. I'm getting back in and get the hell out of here with my new car. It'll work even on the in-claim system. Even works on the cars of the Night City gangs. Now I have a Maelstrom Ganger car. Nah, they listen to Pon. No. Just ew. I just feel ew. Where's Makure? Makure! Now where? Ooh, where's vendors? Going to the mocks, because I believe there is... Woohoo! There is, or was, a game... Well, actually... There is also an Arch motorcycle right here, I believe. Hey, everybody.
Maggots over there!
Not interested. Just want the motorcycle. Adios. Put that thing away. Put that thing away. I just want this motorcycle. Now we have basically a free Arch motorcycle that we didn't have to pay for. Woohoo! But yeah, we now have this style of a motorcycle in our fleet. So let's see, we have... You'll probably get the Gin Rally. Or let's... Or what? What do we get as the type? It's beaten up, but... It looks beaten up. But it's just a type. What do we get as the Thrax Hammer Drill?
Oh.
Okay, we get that. What do we get as our Shion? That is definitely not the color we wanted, but it just summons a local one. Riptide, Continental, Quartz. This works a lot better if you don't have it all colored. What about the Enforcer?
Hey. This little China tune is too loud for you. Just slot in some earplugs and it's nighty-night.
It's not that.
Okay.
What the?
The Apollo. Sumi. I think it was the Apollo. No, the Apollo's back over there. And guess what? We had actually a got the Apollo that was over there, but it came out as this version.
Thought he was sick or something.
As for the Kusanagi, it actually recognizes it as the CT3X. And not as the cutoff version. Because I am not actually seeing the Ganger version, the Tiger Claw version. And as you can see, It doesn't exactly bring you the color and version you had. It just brings you like an Apollo, a Kusanagi. Because this definitely is not my Kusanagi. This is not the one that previously to some updates that I believe Wakako would sell you with the various stickers and all, the tribute to Kaneda. This is just a Kusanagi because the Tiger Claws ride Kusanagis. This is not the white Apollo that I took. It's just an Apollo. Because the claim vehicles in claim system detected that I just took an Apollo. Not what kind of Apollo. This is not, what, the black Xion I took? Because the in-claim system just recognizes I took a Xion, not what color it was or what specs. It just brings out a local one, that's just this beat-up piece of POS. It's not that red and gold one. This one is just a Quadra Type 66. It just brings maybe like the closest one available to me. If you want to think of it lore-wise like that. This Maelstrom one is entirely pristine though, which I want to know why. Because watch it! Because Maelstrom is not known for keeping their vehicles this pristine. But yeah, if I just want to get rid of, say, this, just emergency brake. It's no longer in my system. And I've got to wait for the RAM to recharge.
This fucking neighborhood. For Christ's sake, leave me be.
And if you just want to cause a disturbance, just bring out your fleet. And just watch the chaos go. Especially right here in this roundabout. Just emergency braking. It's not mine anymore. I don't have to deal with it.
Help! Oh God!
But yeah, the enforcers normally can't get them in game without a mod. But yeah, you could. But yeah, previously just in the V's car garage thing. Ooh. What are Tiger Claws doing out in the middle of the road? Are these dudes dead? Oh well, mine now.
Hurt me and my people.
You're the one that got out.
What's up with this fucking neighborhood?
Now I got a Thrax. That I don't want anymore. Simple as that, just getting rid of what you don't want. Or you could just go sell it. So doing that lures these guys out, huh? Or if I want, say, later. I just took their van. Don't want it. But I took it. And I just released it by doing the emergency brake, but even quest items, I believe you could do it that way. Like if you want a car for a with the Phantom Liberty DLC, I haven't tried this yet. I will be. But if you take it for a Reyes El Capitan, you can still get a version of it. I think I will floor it just to create a disturbance. Dang nabbit, I was hoping for him to get into that. Good, I created a disturbance. Well, I'm going to go for a rat burger. And I am going to give my final opinion. Where's that place at? Oh, right over here. Hey, I got a question.
Is it just me, or does that burger have a tail?
It's a kid's meal. Kids like surprises.
Well,
Any to this day who strays too close to the southern edge of the Korean peninsula and the war is surrounded.
no, I was going to have relax. Yeah, let's just relax in here. So, final judgment. Is this mod worth it? Am I going to download it? Should you download it?
Sound-based AI could, in time, pose a considerable threat. Arasaka has washed
Eh.
hands of the issue.
Well, should I download it or anything? Should you download it? Is it worth keeping in a load order? Final critiques and everything.
¿Qué quieres?
Declined to comment on the matter. Meanwhile, in Europe, the Pedanian government is once again in the midst of a campaign to prevent illegal excavations and
People too much talking out here. What's the usual blues? Just come over here and look at our fleet. And the chaos that may erupt from it. So, to answer the question of what are my final critiques, final opinions, this will be in my load order until it is decrepit. Until it is no longer worked on and the game update, the game version leaves it behind. I like it to where I can finally, well, I can just take any car I want, add it to my fleet, even the ones that I can normally not get. I like it to where I could just take a car, like the synergy between it and a virtual car dealer, where I can take a car, clip it, and just sell it to, guess who? El Capitan, over at the Fixer Reyes, who actually runs the car theft heist and a selling ring, the chop shop here in Night City. And I like the idea of my character actually being involved in that, being part of the race scene, helping him to supply and being part of the demand. It actually adds a bit of immersiveness to the game, where you actually, as the street kid, have a reason to use your skills at being able to hotwire cars beyond just the first, just there with a going with the Rayfield, being able just to show your knowledge of being able to hotwire cars. It actually shows Street Kid V, yeah, I know how to clip cars. Besides it just being a frivolous, yeah, but he or she or they never actually shows it again. The critiques of it is, I don't get my basilisk. Or at least I don't think. I don't get my basilisk. There are just some vehicles you cannot basically add to your call log, which one of them is the basilisk. You can't call and get. You basically can't call the basilisk in and have Pan Am come riding in like the cavalry to do a little street sweeping operation with you. But usually the only other complaint I have is the price of the cars. Luxury cars should, luxury and sports cars should be a lot higher in price than, say, a Galena. Yeah, right now they're all, what, $10,000 a piece? Which I don't think they should be. The price that you get them sold at should reflect, like, if they're a luxury car, the style, you know, like kitsch, neo-militarism, neo-kitsch, entropism, along with, are they an industrial, are they a military, are they corporate, are they easily trackable, are these vehicles just so are they so mass produced you can't tell one from another? Is it easy to scrub their ID? Is it like one of a kind? It's like being able to sell an erudite compared to being able to sell a Galena. The erudite will get a lot more money than the Galena. But how much demand is there for an erudite compared to a Galena? There's more demand for the Galena than there is for the erudite because there's so many people, there's not that many people able to purchase the erudite compared to the Galena. So prices should reflect what the car is, how expensive it is, what a classification of car it is, what style it is, and so forth. Kind of like here in real life. Like if it's a junker or not. But that's the critique I have on it. That's about the only critique besides, I want my basilisk. But everybody wants their basilisk, and about the only way to get the basilisk is to use the AMM mod, which I am unable to in my main game, my personal game, because I use the Biosculpted Exotics mod, which is incompatible with the Appearance Menu mod. So, and the other mods that add the basilisk are old, decrepit, and no longer work. But yeah, that is my critique. Would I keep this in my load order? Definitely. This is staying through. And you just need to get the traffic going. Do something interesting there. I am definitely going to be keeping this in my load order until it no longer functions. And even then, I may keep it in and keep it in with the people patching it. If there's a new version that comes out, like an updated version from somebody else, I'll put it in. Because this just adds not just more things to do, but other ways to make eddies to the game that doesn't require you to run gigs and all. It's highly customizable. And if there's a car I want, I just go... Hey, officer. I just kind of go take it if I want it. I go sell it. I get some eddies from El Capitan, from Reyes. And I help the community out around. But yeah, this just adds more content to the game, makes the game feel more alive. It's especially if you put the if you keep the wanted system on, where the NCPD is alerted to you on a successful or failed theft of a vehicle. Then you have extra content, especially for if you're a streamer or someone like me. Then your plans are you have to adapt to that, a sudden interruption of your plans, and that can lead off to new content or whatever, and So yeah, I'm definitely keeping this. I would recommend you actually install this, because there may be a vehicle in here you want, but you can't access, or if you need a quick buck or three, and your V if your V is not above clipping a car or three, sell it to Captain Reyes. Get a couple of thousand eddies. That's the way it works in this in Night City. But yeah, out of 1 to 10 stars, I say I'm keeping this in my load order, and I recommend you get this too. But that's just for me. Well, with the review over, that means this broadcast is coming to a close. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Do what you normally do. Like, subscribe, share the video around, leave a comment, even put a downvote on this video if you found anything you didn't like. Normally, I would say my usual tagline, but my voice is starting to hurt. So I'll just say this. Until next time, I'll catch you on the bounce. Later.